Hey, it's Leanne and Simon, and we're live here today on Facebook and over there on Instagram. So thanks for joining us. Our topic today is everyone has a story.
Everyone does have a story.
So I'm going to do some sharing so you can chat.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks, Lee. Thanks for the welcome and introduction, and great to be here on Loving Life Now Facebook page tonight. We've got a great topic. Everyone has a story. And thanks for joining us over here on Instagram. Good evening to you. We've got Pathway to Pod, and we've got Jail Ya. Oh, it's so hard to read the names on Instagram.
And hello
isn't it?
over here. I haven't seen anyone
One Day
over
Wondered.
here yet. So we'll
anyone else on
that's all
Facebook? So if you
working.
just joined us on Facebook, let us know that you're on live. Put a message in. Say hi. We want to welcome you to this week's episode.
Maybe the messages aren't
Everyone
working.
has a story. We can't see anyone joining. We can't see any
There's comments, so
messages.
they're not coming up on there again.
Oh, there you go. See, I don't know what Facebook does.
Facebook has its own. Don't press that; it'll spin the camera around.
Okay, let me just try that. That's not going to work either.
So I'm not sure why some days it works and some days it doesn't. So I'm just sharing this and then I'll welcome everyone. So you just keep chatting away.
All right, well, I'll let you share and we'll have to watch the messages on the laptop. But look, a big hello to everyone. Great topic this evening. Everyone has a story. And Lee, everyone's got a story. And we're going to talk about what, how you get through life with your stories. You either get stuck in them or you can move forward through them. So we'll talk a bit about that. We'll talk about, what's going on with people's stories and how stories affect our lives, both positive and negative. So we'll wait for everyone to join us. We've got people pinging in from all over the place. So let us know you're here. Welcome, big hello. Thanks for joining us over there on Insta.
I'm going to get the comments
and
up
also
on here.
live on Facebook on Loving Life Now and live on Simon and Leanne or
Right,
Loving
so I
Life
just
Now.
need to go in here as a guest so I can get the comments.
Awesome. Well, while you're doing that, I'll kick it off. We've had a busy week. We had a great weekend last weekend. We're out and about. It was a long weekend here in Queensland on the Gold Coast, Brisbane and Sunshine Coast. So we took the opportunity of going away for a staycation. We celebrated our birthdays on our own.
And again, and again.
At the casino.
And another celebration tomorrow. I got a present today. It's all happening.
So we went to the casino and had a Japanese weekend.
Yeah.
Went out for Japanese and then sushi the next day and then teppanyaki on Sunday night. So it was a busy weekend of Japanese all round.
So let me do some welcomes. We've got Debbie Sue, we've got Cindy, we've got Brett, Belinda, Peggy, Tammy, Bruce, Georgina, Karen. She said we're looking gorgeous. Thanks, Karen.
Awesome. Thanks, Karen.
Haley, Jeff, Nixon.
Peggy's over there on
Danielle.
Instagram. So hi to Peggy. Pathway to Pod is joined. One Day Wondered.
Bernie and Mick.
One Day I Wondered.
And
I wondered
Rose.
too.
Oh, well, there's more yet. Damien, Gabrielle, Nick, Agatha. I think I've got everyone.
Awesome. All right. Well, a big hi, and I can see a wave. I don't know who it is, the One Day I Wondered, but I'm trying to pick up the little profile picture, but it's so small. All right, so let's talk about the topic. Everyone has a story. So we all have a story, every single one of us, Lee.
We do?
Do you have a story?
Oh, totally.
Totally.
I got lots of stories I could tell you.
Now, we've all been confronted in our lives with challenges, obstacles. We've made mistakes in our lives. We've had accomplishments. We've had mishaps. We've had... just the story to where we're at, right? So to where we're at today, where you're at 41 and where I am at my age.
At 50. You're not going to say that? Or
Where I was at 50, I'm comfortable with that. But, to get to where we are today, we've all got stories that got us here.
whether they're good or bad.
Yeah, good or bad, Some are positive, some are not so positive, and... some we'd like to change and some we'd like to forget. Some we'd like to relive.
Yes.
Some of them are good stories.
Like that Vegas trip for about
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
year. Let's redo that one day.
But look, and I guess, when we're talking about everyone has a story, often people get stuck in their story. And that's probably the biggest thing is people allow their stories to stick and they get stuck and they focus on the stories. And what it does is it zaps all their energy and takes out all that positivity out of them because it becomes discouraging, right? And they just get stuck in it. It's like a drama glue.
Yes.
Right? It's like getting stuck in glue. So if you can imagine walking through your life and walking through a big pile of glue and then continuing to walk with the glue stuck to your feet. And that's what getting stuck in your story's like, right? It's you buy
telling
into
the same story over and over and over and over and over and
And
reliving
what happens
everything.
when you do that? What happens when you tell your story over and over?
Then you're stuck in it. You basically are kind of reliving it in a little way.
Reliving it? Yeah.
And some elements of that story may just keep coming back and
Keep
back
showing
and
up.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So the more you reaffirm the past or the story, the more the story becomes real, right? It becomes more of your day-to-day life and day-to-day reality. So people get focused on this and they get discouraged and they create a constant reminder of crap in their life.
Yes.
Things that have not worked.
Yep.
Things that they've failed at, things that they've that have held them back, things that have not been positive for them, and they relive these stories and they get stuck in them. We got Todd Peterson's joined us over there on Instagram. So hi to you,
Shani and Richard and Patricia over here.
Oh, it's Ida. One day I wondered it's Ida. Hi Ida over on Instagram. Thanks for letting me know that. And so you know, when we talk about our stories, they can be like I said, like a big pot of drama glue that just you just continue to get stuck in through your life. Now people can do it unconsciously.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
They
Absolutely.
don't necessarily do it deliberately, do they?
Oh, some might.
So, why would they do it deliberately?
Because they want the attention.
Ah, that's right. They're looking for attention. So they get stuck in their story and they relive it and they want to share it and they want to tell people. So when they get in a group of people, they go out and they share their story. Oh, you should have heard about this and about that and about this. And then they go to the next group of people and they tell the same story. So they just relive it and relive it and relive it. So like I said, it can be discouraging. People do it unconsciously, but they become helpless because they just want to keep reliving this story. And it goes on and on and on. And of course, none of it is useful.
No.
None of reliving a story and getting stuck in your drama glue and getting stuck in your own story is useful to you.
No.
Why not?
Because it doesn't help you move forward and create the story that you actually want.
Right, yep. So, in other words, of course, none of it's useful. Life stories can be a trap. They can become a trap to keep you stuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Where you don't want to be.
Okay, but how do we then create a different experience?
Well, we need to create a new story.
Yep, so we've got to create a new story. So we've got to abandon the old story, get rid of it, right? Stop telling it, stop reliving it. Stop reliving the old story and create a new one. So let the old one go. Let it go.
How do you create a new one? You make some decisions and you take some different actions, right?
Yeah, well, you've got to create new stories. So let the old stories go. Create a new story about where life's at for you now. But what's your story going to become? So talk about your future story. That's a bit like your future self, right? So focus on your future story. What are you here to create? What are you here to evolve? You know, what is it? What is it that you want to evolve into? What is it that you want to create? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? So create your new story and start talking about that.
Yeah.
Talk it into reality, right? So create your new story by speaking it into reality. So let the old stuff go. So what is your new story going to become?
So Peggy says, if it's a negative story, then there is no use. If it's a great story, then it's fine, I think.
Yeah, it's a great story.
So that time when I won Top Income Earner.
Oh, that's right. I mean, we're talking about, stories that hold us back, certainly not the positive ones. There's some really good positive ones out there. So you can reflect on some of the life decisions that you've made that have led you to where you are today, right? So you can reflect on some of those. But then you've got to go, okay, well, I need to shift my thinking. I need to create my new story. I need to focus on what it is that I want to create in the future, not what I've had in the past.
Yep.
So not where I've come from necessarily.
Where I want to go.
Yeah, but where I want to go. What does my new reality look like if I can create it? So that's the story you want to be focusing on, is that, we all have a story. So don't allow your story to hold you back. Don't allow it to become your own drama glue and get stuck in it. You want to create a new path. We've got a few new follow us over here on Instagram. So Troy Allen 896, g'day, welcome to you, and Subratoz, and we've got Bank Whisperer.
Cool.
Ooh.
We've got a few over here. We've got
Thanks
Gallet.
for joining us here on Instagram and on Facebook.
We've
Who
got
else we
Gallet, we've got Belinda, we've got Jacinta, and we've got Alison.
Awesome.
Hello.
Oh yeah, Belinda said, love my metaphors. Thanks, Belinda.
Yeah, missed that comment.
All right, so let's talk about what we can do to change our story. We can do a mental exercise, and that involves, let me just relive my notes here. Not a chance for anyone to be, okay. So when you go through a mental exercise, you can really reflect, Lee, on some of the stories that you've created, but not from a negative point of view. You don't want to do it. It's not a beat up on yourself session, right?
Yep.
But in order to get past the old story, sometimes you've got to explore those stories. So what was good about them? You know, I've learned a number of things around negative situations and you've got to look at what was good about it. So what was good about the situation?
Yeah.
So look for the good in the negative, and then what would I do differently?
So what can I learn?
Yeah, what can I learn? What can I do? What can I change? So always look for the good in the negative. So the stories that you want to let go, you've got to abandon those, and you've got to go through a bit of a mental exercise. But as I said, it's not a time to finger point or to blame or to beat yourself up or anything like that. It's just an opportunity to explore, learn, and move forward to create a new story, right? So what is your new story going to become? What's your new reality that you want to create?
Okay, I just realised my computer's about to die. So that's not going to help us at all.
So it's about creating awareness.
So we've got Karen says hi, Mark says hi. Cindy said she just finished rewriting mine last night, timing, LOL. Sharon says hi. Richard says your story contains the building bricks to create your new and developing story. Roz says, there is no way that I would want to share my story. Much prefer to create a new one.
Oh, look, creating a new story is about that. It's about moving forward to the next chapter in your life. I mean, we both got our own stories that we've moved on from in our lives. And, we create a new reality and you create a new story. So when you're doing that, create that awareness. So what was good about the decisions that you've made? What was bad about them? Was there any regrets? What were the triumphs that you can look at? So what triumphs were there in those past situations? What decisions did you make and what could you have made differently, or what would you make differently? So reflect on some of those, because we can use it as a stepping stone to learn and move forward, as long as we don't use it as something to get stuck in or to hold us back.
Yeah, absolutely. Alison says, treat it as a learning and a building a better future.
Yeah, absolutely. It is about building a better future. So when was the last time that you made a bold decision that caused you real change? So think about
Every
that.
day.
When was the last time that you made a bold decision that allowed you to create significant change? It shook things up. It was a big decision that really shook things up in your life, and it caused real change.
Marrying you?
That's right. So what you got to do is evaluate that and go, okay, well, what happened? What was the result and why? So what happened? We got married. The result was
Why?
good.
Do I need to know the why?
What do you mean?
You said why?
Yeah, why? Why? Because you love me.
Maybe.
What? Not even being honest on live social media.
Funny. Yes, of course. I would have married you otherwise. Jeez.
Don't hold back. All right, so
Don't mind us at all.
So you've got to look at these situations and go, okay, what were some of those bold decisions I make? Where did they lead me to? Why did I make the decision? What happened? What was the result? Was it good? What can I learn from it? And then build that future story. You've got to build that new story for yourself. And that's the key to, everyone's got a story. And you can either be that person that goes to a party and shares all your old stories with people. And we're all guilty of that in the past,
and
right?
then people compete. So they go to, they told their story, I've got to tell my story. Mine's worse.
This one time when I went to band camp.
But it happens, right? Someone's got a bad story. Oh, I've got to tell you my bad story. Mine's worse.
Well, it depends who you hang around, right? Because we don't get that.
Oh, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Depends on what the topic is. So Debbie Sue says, don't harp on it, only creates health issues. Karen says, joining the team and learning how to deal with PTSD.
Yep.
Alison says the why only matters to you.
Okay.
And Jacinta says, would not know where to lodge my story, fiction or non-fiction. I've moved on 100% to make a new story.
Okay. Awesome. All right. And moving on is overcoming that story. It's not about getting stuck in it. And many people in life, we've all got stories that we can either relive, buy into, we can recreate. So the topic tonight's all about creating a new story. So it's about it. We all have a story, and we can share it and we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. But in order to move forward, we've got to overcome it. We've got to let it go. We've got to learn from it.
Yeah.
And we've got to create a new story. And I really like the analogy of creating our future story, our future self, and really focusing on what's my future story. Start talking about that and bringing that into reality. So, what is that? What is that future story that you want to create for yourself? Is it in a relationship? Is it in your business? Is it with your family? Is it a story with your kids? Is it with your parents or your loved ones or friends? What new stories can you create around circumstances in your life? So don't allow you to get stuck. Don't allow yourself to get stuck.
No.
In the what?
The drama glue.
In the drama glue. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in that drama glue. Remember, visually, you've got to remember it's like a big pot of glue and you've just walked through it, you've got your feet in it, and you're about to walk forward, and you can either get stuck in that drama glue by keep reliving it, keep telling it, keep talking it into reality. The longer you talk it into reality, the more it becomes energetically around you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few comments. So Roz says, joining the team and learning to live again. Richard says, immigrated to the UK in 2008 from South Africa.
That's a big one.
This created completely new, directions to follow with many challenges. Cindy says, great topic, thanks for that. Alison says, all the thick of thin things.
Thick of thin things, thanks Alison.
And Debbie Sue says, relocating decision to remove myself from a toxic environment and then making it happen.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes we've got to choose our environment, right? It can be the circles of influence, Who are your circles of influence in your life? And some of those people can have their own drama glue stories that can keep you stuck.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you surround yourself with people that want to share stories that are going to keep you stuck, you don't want to keep reliving those either. Absolutely
not. There's a few more. So Richard says, joining this business is my developing new game changer. Brilliant. Cheryl says, I'm guilty of being stuck in the drama glue. Dee says, hi. Rose says, what's your story, Simon? You look like you've stepped out of the Game of Thrones episode.
Who said that,
Rose, my battery, he's about to die, so we're going to have to wrap in a minute.
That's funny. Game of Thrones, what is it? Because I've left the growth going? It was a bit rugged.
And maybe the side haircut there.
Yeah, the side haircut, yeah.
But this is going to die, so we won't have any comments, so we will have to wrap in a minute. So any last comments, guys, before we wrap, before the computer dies on us? Because obviously it didn't charge.
That's right. We're still on the phones, but we just won't be able to see the comments. Inspiring Your Success joined us over there. And Kimberly KO912, thanks for joining us on Insta as well. And look, it's great. I love talking about these topics each and every week because it not only gives us the opportunity to focus on, the topic of the week and reflect on how that affects us in our life, but also to share it with everyone else and to share our perspective on life and share our perspective on the topic that we choose.
Yep.
So, of course, we do these every week. 7:30 next Tuesday, we'll be back live on Loving Life Now.
Yes.
And on Loving Life Now on Instagram, of course, so you can join us on Facebook Direct or on Insta. And, of course, we upload these episodes to Simon and Leanne Instagram TV, and also Simon and Leanne YouTube channel. And we'd love for you to come and follow us on YouTube. So go to YouTube, search up Simon and Leanne, go and like our channel. It's got all of these videos and a lot more. What episode are we up to this week? I think it's like 36, is that right?
No idea.
Yeah, so we're on our way to 52. We're on our way to a full year of of Facebook Lives every week, all about personal development topics.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
It is. Absolutely.
So we're creating a new story,
We are.
right? A new story around personal development topics, around doing it every week, around adding it to YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. Come and support us over there and like it on there. And if you want to rewatch any of the past episodes about topics that might float your boat while you're driving, while you're walking the dog, while you're doing the housework, just put it in and listen.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. With that, have an amazing week.
Yeah, have an amazing week. We've got an amazing week ahead.
We have.
We have a busy one.
Lots on. Birthday lunch tomorrow. Because it's still my
Still
birthday.
August, that's
it's
right.
It's still my birthday.
It's still August.
Awesome.
All right, well, great to see everyone. Thanks for joining
guys.
us again this evening. And everyone have a great night. And
Bye.
bye.
Bye over
See you
there.
later.